Hi guys, this is the second part of my two-part series, Disordered Love, and I'm just going to start where I left off. So, when I was in high school, my last year of high school, I had really lost faith in the person that God wanted me to become. I eventually came to the point where I just didn't believe in the importance of being pure and keeping my morals. I would say that this decision, this very poor decision to break away from my morals, was a result of very poor and very small, seemingly insignificant decisions that they accumulated, and it just got to a point where I was so influenced by those decisions that I just made that ultimate decision to break away from my morals. And I just think that that was a big part of what happened. It definitely wasn't just something that happened in the moment, not just some random thing like, oh, I'm just gonna rebel, and it didn't come like out of nowhere. It really was a result of all those bad decisions that I made, that accumulated. And I think that's how life is. Life, when something happens to you, it's a result of all the decisions you made in the past. And so, unfortunately, I didn't recognize those decisions that to be very poor. And so the thing is, I just at the time didn't have the willpower to break away from the beginning. And that's the key. You just break away from the beginning, because you will save yourself so much heartbreak, so much pain, so much trouble, and sometimes it can be unnecessary. But in my case, I really do think that God allowed me to go astray and to experience everything I had to experience, even if it was so painful, of being separated from Him and being miserable and impure and in mortal sin. It was so bad, but I'm just glad to be away from that lifestyle. I'm so happy to be away from that lifestyle. So, unfortunately, I didn't break away from the beginning from influences that were very negative and that were pretty much opposite from my morals, from my values. I remember trying to fit God into everything, but it wasn't working out. I kept trying to take the wheel. I kept trying to take control. And unfortunately, my heart was still attached to the world, and I was still flooding my mind with things that didn't lead me closer to God. And so those decisions to allow myself to be influenced by things that weren't godly, those decisions, small decisions, led me to ultimately rebel against Him. Unfortunately for me, it was a very small period of time that I rebelled against Him. Or actually it wasn't. No. It lasted about a year or two, and to me that's pretty long, but so ultimately it just led me to rebel against my morals. So please just do whatever you can to make right decisions. And before you make a decision, ask yourself, is this going to lead me closer to God, or is it going to lead me astray? Because I can assure you that those decisions will accumulate and will give you results in the future that will either lead you closer to Him or lead you astray. And you will be unhappy if you continue to break away from God. Especially when it comes to love and purity. You know, the decision to be as pure as possible is the best decision you can make for yourself. And it's not just for yourself. It's for your future spouse. Whether it's remaining pure for Jesus Christ in the religious life, or getting married to the man of your dreams or the woman of your dreams. And you can't let your feelings navigate where you're going to go. You have to let God lead your heart. Not you lead your heart, but God lead your heart. Let Him lead your heart, and let Him help you decide where you're going to go, and just go all the way with God's will. And so I hope that you guys enjoyed this two-part series. I know that there's a huge gap between my first post and then this second one. So I just hope that this helped you guys, because I just really think that there is so much unhappiness in being impure and trying to find happiness in a lot of people. I think it's just really, really sad, and it was really sad for me, and it was a heartbreaking time, and I was so depressed, and I just don't want you guys to ever experience that ever. It's a horrible feeling, and I just don't wish that upon anybody. So I love you guys. God bless you, and I will be thinking of you and praying for you. Please comment on the box and tell me if you need any prayers. So bye. God bless.